Well, hello and welcome again to River Valley Farm. Today we are actually on the farm again, and if you've been around long enough, you'll notice that something's missing from over there, and it's a good missing. I'm not going to miss it. It's just not there anymore. That's great, as far as I'm concerned. My 961 Ford Power Master has gone away. And again, I'm not upset about it. We did a little trading on that. Found a friend of mine who has his own little farming operation that needed a tractor with a loader on it to load manure out for where he keeps his goats. And well, he had this little 2-basket hay tedder, which I don't know if I really need one or not, but it'd be nice to have if I did need it. So anyway, we did a little trading, and I ended up with this thing, and he got the tractor, so that's good. For those of you who are standing back saying, wow, he traded a tractor for a hay tedder, well, in this particular area, this little thing right here, being as it works and it's got all the arms and teeth on it, is worth about, I don't know, $800, $900, something like that. And that tractor that I speak of had a bad clutch or a bad throwout bearing or something. So anyway, you couldn't or the clutch would not disengage. So it's gone and out of my hair. I don't have to worry about that. And now I have a functioning hay tedder, so that is a good plus for me. Of course, you know, I'm sure it has some sort of hidden issue or something, but hey, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Parts for these things are relatively cheap, and I don't even know what brand it is, to be honest with you, but either way, it may come in handy. We'll have to see how it all works out. And if it don't, like I said, it's worth $800 or $900. A stupid old Ford tractor with a clutch out of it is not worth $800 or $900. So we'll go from there. So all right, purpose of today's video is back to this dumb thing here. I'm gonna get a light so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, so the other day I did a cold start video on this thing. It's been, I don't know, a couple weeks ago or something. And anyway, in order to cold start this, which my decals are all wore off pretty much, other than this one. So, okay, you have your normal run position. This is your fuel cutoff lever on this tractor. This is your normal run position, stop position. And this one, where it says start, is to be used for cold start only. So basically, you hold that fuel shutoff lever in that area, and it turns the pump up and gives it a bunch of extra fuel so that it will go ahead and start. That's all fine and good, other than when I used it, it wouldn't idle anymore after that. So what we're looking at now, and I've been messing with this thing, I don't know, you know, what we're really up against, but excuse me. I don't really know what I'm up against. Probably looking at having to get a pump, an injection pump, which I really don't want to have to do because, you know, it'll run, it runs, it works, but something in here is not right. And I'm sure if there was a warranty on this pump being rebuilt, it's probably expired. So anyway, we're looking here at this is a little Bosch VA3 pump. I think the all the other 84 series tractors, the 584 on up, used a VA4 injection pump. And then I just adjusted fuel rate in that for everything else. But anyway, so let me quit yakking about specifications and stuff here, because I like to do that, and tell you what I'm going to have to do. Okay, so I've got the thing back to where it will shut off now. All right, but it's not running right. So I need to take this lever off of here and go about a tooth, maybe 2 teeth. There's splines on this shaft in here, okay? This lever goes over the splines, obviously. So what I'm gonna have to do is take and go about a tooth or 2 this way with the lever, so we can get what we need. Hopefully, anyway, get it back to where it runs right, starts, and everything else. It's like, I don't know, 65 degrees right now at, what is today? I don't even know. The 3rd day of February, 65 degrees on the 3rd day of February. It ought to be like, you know, cold. So I don't know if we're gonna have to worry about doing any more cold starts on this thing or not, but anyway, let's go ahead and start it up and show you what it's like here. So you can hear that lope. That's not supposed to be there. So yeah, basically we got to make an adjustment to the shutdown lever on the injection pump, and hopefully get that lope to go out of it. So anyway, this is relatively easy to do. You just have to take this nut off, and then, like I said, pull that lever off of there, turn it the way you think you need to go, put it back on, and then see what happens. I'm got down to where I'm kind of like within a C hair, shall we say, of where it's supposed to be, but I'm still not quite there. And I'm really tempted to see what a remanufactured injection pump is going to cost for this thing, because I'm continually having problems with it, and it kind of all boils down to the pump. So that's what I'm looking at right now. Also today we're going to try and time this thing, see if it's in even close in timing or not. So let me play with it a little bit, and then we'll get back to you. All right, so as described, I moved it. Now let's see if it did any different or not. Nope, didn't help. So let's try it again, see if I can get somewhere with it or not. All right, so now we made another little adjustment. Let's see what happens. Of course, then again, maybe I just need to adjust the idle now. Nope, not yet. We ain't in the right spot yet. All right, so made an adjustment here. We're ready to try this again, I guess. I actually ended up having to go back the other way with it. But as you can see, that's, well, what the hell was that, I wonder? I was gonna say, as you can see, that was as smooth as could be, but then it popped there. I don't know what that's all about. So anyway, Okay, so my engine was really sounding pretty good when my throttle was, I don't know, I'm gonna say about right there, okay? Which is odd, because that's like a little over halfway for what we have. But then again, if you look at this screw versus that screw, they're both the same length. That's kind of odd. So I'm wondering if I don't need to make an adjustment on that also. Move this lever here, say pop it off and move it this way so that it contacts this screw, put it back on, and then see, you know, that'll at least get my idle and high idle points set right as far as I know. I need to order a tack drive for this thing. Either that or I just should break down and go buy a photo tack or something like that. But anyway, let me make some more tweaks here, see what we got. My this part down here I think is solved now, but of course we still got something going on up here. This poor, phew, I don't know. I should probably just break down and get a different pump. That'd be the best thing to do, but I don't want to spend $1,500 on this tractor. That'll make it really difficult to get seed in the ground and all that good stuff. So anyway, let me tinker with this a minute and we'll see what happens. All right, so as I said, I moved the throttle lever on the pump from where it was about right here till it was over here, so we could have, and then we'll probably have to adjust the idle screw here in a minute, but we'll see what happens first. Why not? Yep, now we got the fuel shut off completely. Trying to just judge by ear where I want it to idle at, and I think that probably about right there is going to be good. I actually need to come up a little bit. So yeah, I think we're going to call that. Well, I don't know that. It still doesn't act right. Alright, we're going to call that pretty good on our idle right there. So then we got to adjust this screw right here up to where it contacts the lever there. And then hopefully the dang thing will run and work like it's supposed to. We'll go for a test drive in a minute. Alright, so now we are at least contacting there. And when we go to full throttle, we contact the high idle stop too. So now, which there it goes to that popping thing again. But anyway, I think we're gonna call it good and try to drive it, see how it acts. If we're anywhere even remotely close to what it should be, we ought to be able to, it ought to drive and run pretty strong. But we'll find out in a minute. Test hill. it's still kind of doggy, really. I mean, that was second gear high range that we were in when we came up that hill. I figure it should pull it up that hill without having to be, you know, without really dragging down in that gear. You know, I guess I need to link it to my, or maybe I'll just tack it into this video someplace. Back, I don't know, a few weeks ago, I had this thing hooked onto a, let me shut this damn thing. Oh yeah, shut it off. That'll work. Come on. See, there it goes again. Our idle's picked up. There's something wrong with that damn pump. Okay, so now that it's going to be quiet for a minute, we're going to have to go back to piddling here in a minute and see what's going on. Anyway, a couple weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, something like that, I had this little tractor hooked onto my 10-foot disc, and it walked all over it. I mean, it just really did. I was able to disc in first gear high range, and you know, that's awesome as far as I'm concerned with that disc, because you know, the 584 that we used to have here, you know, you're talking yeah, you know, you'd be lucky to pull that thing in third low or fourth low, and this ground down here. But anything heavier than that, you know, you'd be talking third low to be able to pull it. Well, this one was running a gear higher, and it's a smaller tractor, so I was impressed with it. I always thought there was something wrong with that 584, but anyway, so now we are back to having, the thing is idling too fast, so we need to take a tooth. This one, the shutdown lever, a tooth. Let's see, which way do we need to go with it? We need to take it, I don't know, one way or the other, see if we can get it slow down some. And I said I was going to time it in this video, but I don't know if we're going to get around to that or not. Anyway, yeah. But there's definitely something screwy in that pump, because once this lever is on here and it's locked down, nothing should change in there, and something is obviously changing. I don't know what, but something is. So I'm gonna have to say that I'm gonna have to spend a bunch of money. I don't want to do that. Of course, I don't think anybody ever wants to do that. But anyway, I'm gonna keep piddling here. Like I said, I may throw in the video of discing with it, or I'll put a link to my Instagram in the description box or something, so you guys can keep up with me there if you want to. And you know, it's kind of sporadic like the YouTube channel is, but anyway, at least it's something. But yeah, I mean, I had this thing running real good, and it was doing great things the other day, a while back, I should say. And after we did that cold start video, little short cold start video on it, it has been kind of screwy ever since. I don't know what's going on with this dang thing, but something. So, like I said, I'm going to keep piddling here, see what I can come up with. I don't know. I've got it. Another thing I just noticed too, I don't know how well you guys can see that in there, but on that idle adjustment screw, if I can get this light pointed the right way, you see how it's got blue paint on it? Okay, that's pretty much where it was set at by the people that rebuilt it at some point in time, because you can see there's blue paint here, there's blue paint over here on the back, on the head of the pump, blue paint on this thing. Whoever's been messing with this has done screwed it completely. There's no blue paint left on it. And before I messed with this, there was blue paint on the shutdown lever as well. So yeah, like I said, somebody's been in here messing around with this tractor. Been in here messing with this pump hard before I even started messing with it, so that's not good. But anyway, I'm gonna try this one more time. Like I said, if I solve anything, then well, I'll probably be already like 20 minutes or maybe even a little bit longer on this one. If I solve anything, I'll let you know. If I don't, well, comment, rate, and subscribe for more, guys, and we'll get back to you later. Thanks for watching. All right, guys, so after, let's see, what all did I do? I've gone and I adjusted this some more, and I adjusted the low idle down quite a bit, which reminds me I need to tighten that nut up. Not a big deal, just need to do it. And then we're gonna start this thing up and see what it does. I mean, it's turning the dang screw with it anyway. All right. Let's see what it does here. Should be good. So that seems pretty reasonable, right? That's about where I wanted it at anyway. So throttle up. Again, going by ear, that sounds about right. Against the throttle stop. I'm gonna get with a buddy of mine and see if he's got a photo tack or not. I think he does, but I'm not 100% sure. Well, never mind. There it went again, all stupid. I think I'm done for today. I'm gonna go study. Maybe it'll help.